This week, I wanted to show you 3 great new features we have on ATXPocket: property analytics, buyer need matches, and relisting an old property in just a couple of minutes. You're going to love these features. I'm Buddy Quaid. I'm the creator of ATXPocket, and right now, I'm going to walk you through these 3 new awesome features that are going to give you a serious upper hand. So let's dive straight in, okay? First, let's talk about property stats. I'm going to show you where to find your stats, your property analytics, and what they are. And it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Let me just go show you. Let's go to the computer here. So once you've logged in, hover over your picture profile, and then we're going to go over to My Properties. And then once you're in My Properties, you're going to see all of your stats per property. So the property card is much bigger this time, but we've included under the Performance tab your stats. So the stats that we have views. So for example, this particular property, 177 views, and then we provide a week over week. So this is a week over week change. So minus 50% from last week. The next one that we do are shares. What kind of shares are they? These are when people are clicking the share button on the property details page. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward, but when there's a link created for a share, that's when this gets counted, okay? The next one is lists. How many lists, property lists, has this property been added to? It's very simple. So right now we know that this property in particular has been added to 4 lists. And the last one is our buyer need matches, okay? So this is the important thing. So number 1 feature was that I wanted to show you how we redid all of these or the property analytics for you. So we have these analytics per property that you can see, you can share with your clients if you want, and just know how things are going. Even week over week, the change, which is kind of nice to see. So the property matches that we have here is clickable if it's more than 0. If it's a 0 match, for example, like this, it's not clickable. You can see I can't click this because there's no matches. Once you get a match, you'll see that you can click on it. All right. So when we click on it, we can see who it matches with and what property or what buyer need it matches with on their side. Okay, so for example, let's click on the buyer needs or the matches, and we get the buyer need matches pop up here, and it tells us which agent and what buyer need it matches and when it matched it. Okay, and now we've got options to send them a message. So for Sarah Chin, for example, I want to send her a message. So let's go ahead and send her a message. I want to say, would you like to set up a showing for this property? Then I can click send message. And now you'll see that there's a green badge right here that says when you sent it. This is great because number 1, it gives you a timestamp and a reminder that you already reached out to this person for this buyer need match. Okay, so that's very important. It keeps track of your actions on the platform, so that when you come back the next day or later on, or perhaps sometimes there's 20. You could have many matches on here. If you had a bunch of matches, they might start getting confusing. Did I already send that person a message? So we provide the badge there to show you that you already did, which is pretty nice. Okay, once they get a message, once you hit this, the system is going to email them. And this is what the email looks like. Let me show you. It looks just like this. So here's some new messages. This is the 6700 Bee Cave Road. That's this property here. And we sent Miss Chin this email. And so this is what she gets. So if you're an agent with a buyer need and it matches somebody and they reach out to you, you're going to get an email that looks just like this. New property match, for this property. It shows you the property, and it also tells you which buyer need it matched, okay? And then the message that you wrote them. So this is what they're going to get. Pretty nice, okay? So that's very helpful. And then there's also another feature for the messages. So let's click out of this real quick, and I'm going to show you that when people send you messages, like through the buyer matches, we have this new tab here under your menu called My Messages. And when you go there, it's the same thing that you'll get in email, but it's all in one place, okay? And it tells you exactly, this is for the property, who it was from, she's reaching out about this property, and it shows me my buyer need number and which property it is. So I can click on this and view the property that she's talking about, the 4501, whatever it is, right? So I can go to this property and do that. So that's pretty nice. That's one of those features. So now let's transition to how to relist a property. How are we going to dig up an old listing? Okay, so first things, what we're going to want to do is, let's say I've listed a house, the guy is just not selling, and we keep dropping the price, and I've put it on a few times. Each time in the past, you have to relist it and enter in all the information again. It's a little bit of a pain. Matter of fact, it's a big royal pain. So this was actually a feature request from one of our users, and we got it done in a day. Okay, so we're real proud of this. This is a really nice feature actually on how to relist. So let's go to the computer here and see how to do it. So we're going to go back to my properties. Okay, and then now what you're going to see, what you're going to notice here in my properties is we've separated out your listings from active to removed. Okay, so this says currently I have 10 properties that are active and I have 3 that are removed. Okay, so let's go over here to the remove section, and this is your historical data basically. Now let's say, for example, I wanted to relist 8900 Ranch Road. Okay, so I'm just going to click the relist property button. Pretty simple. And now all of the information is pre-filled for me from the old listing. It's a new listing with a new ID, but I'm just getting all the information from the old one, so I don't have to re-enter everything, okay? It's going to make it so much faster. So I've got my address, my listing type, your branded links, your map pin, and you can edit any of this information if you want to, of course. Click next and just double check everything. Maybe we're putting in a new price, right? So instead of 3.2, maybe it's 3 million, or actually, maybe we're just going to try to do 2,999. Okay, and we can put in a commission if we want, and just double check all the information. It remembers everything: your schools, your features and amenities, your property description, your agent comments are retained. Feel free to edit those as well. Click the next button, and by the way, you don't always have to click the next button. If you're up here, you can just navigate by clicking these bubbles as well, okay, along the path. Now the photos in the documents you will have to re-upload, okay? We can't store all the photos for thousands of listings that we've had, otherwise we'll run out of space. So when you remove a property, we remove its documents and its photos, okay? So you will have to re-upload the photos, which maybe you're getting new photos taken on the new relisting. Maybe you're redoing some documents that have expired. So it's all good. It only takes a few seconds to do those things that you should have anyway. So we've got your photos, your documents that you need to do, and then you just review it. Once you're reviewed, you come down here and you can do two things. You can either save it as a draft, finish it later if you want, that's fine, or go ahead and click the update and publish button, and it will go live and it'll send out the new listing email alerts to all of the members. So that's how that works. So there you have it. Those are the newest 3 features that we have. If you need any help with anything or you have a request, just feel free to reach out to us through the website or email us at admin@atxpocket.com. We'll get back to you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.